I just want to say that I'm not really here. I'm actually an AI creation, and I guess that proves it because I'm actually out playing golf somewhere, and I don't even play golf. So
yeah, we believe that.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Well, I'll handle the next story. So there's more fake snow on the front, it looks like. You guys remember back in the day when snow was fake, and it looks like it's still fake. Ain't nothing changed.
So, does somebody want to tell me what kind of snow melts like this? Look at it.
I think that might be manna.
Rubbery. It's crazy. Look at the film on top of the ice. Look at this. Look at this. Tell me what kind of snow melts like that.
See that's interesting.
All right, get right over here a second.
I'll show them what we did right there. Look what we did.
We tried to heat the top up to melt the ice off the top of my garage area right here. We're going to see if we can't melt this snow. Because nothing's coming off. Yeah, we're just gonna use
that flame is way too small to do any good.
Then this torch, he says, can cut metal when he sets it to another setting. So then he turns up to that higher setting and still tries to melt the snow.
That's crazy.
Why? First of all, why is snow turning black? That's weird. Whereas that guy said, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Put some oxygen to it like you would. And then we're going to cut a piece of metal.
Oh, he's turning it up so he can cut metal.
There it is. Yep.
Well, that'll do the trick. You show him how it's done, Farmer John.
That's crazy. I mean, it's melting it now. Okay, there it is.
How much heat do you have to put?
You have to put an enormous amount of
500 degrees
to melt this snow. And even then, it's having problems.
Yeah. He's having issues right now trying to melt.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's just more of this.
All right, guys, we see the snow. We're gonna go outside. We're gonna find out if that snow is real. Something's not right with this snow. This isn't real snow. We're gonna do an experiment. We're gonna take some of this snow here. We're gonna bring this inside.
I'm gonna fast forward a little bit.
Down. And
so he smushed it in his hands.
It feels odd. So we're gonna light it here. And it's not giving me water. It's just turning black. What is this?
Government made fake snow.
VIP.
Snow won't melt.
Yeah, to melt snow these days, you have to have a metal cutter.
Maybe you're bringing me back, colleague. Maybe I wasn't wrong.
I'm listening.
Go outside and touch the snow, quote unquote.
Look at the skies before the snowstorm. This massive snowstorm that we're supposed to get. This is pure evil.
Chemtrails.
What kind of snow is this?
Dippin' Dots, snow. I don't know what
Everybody
that is.
talking about this.
Have you been in Europe? So this was pretty interesting. So you guys heard that lady talking about the chemtrails, which everybody keeps saying is just a big conspiracy theory, which I guess now because the Epstein files are out and they're saying all these conspiracy theories were actually true. Now the government, I guess, is more comfortable with just going out here and saying, yeah, we're doing this stuff. So this guy, Augustus Dorico, is on this show talking about chemtrails and snow and how you make snow.
And in your own rain? Snow. Yeah, our own snow. It's actually way easier to make snow than it is rain.
Why is that?
So you know how the material freezes the liquid in the cloud? Mm-hmm. That means that the cloud has to be cold enough for you to freeze it in the first place, which generally means that it's cold beneath the cloud too. Now, with respect to rain, we're operating in Utah, Colorado, Oregon, California, and Texas. It's all rain in Texas, so we've been in our own rain there. Out in West Texas and the Trans-Pecos, the Panhandle, that's been pretty cool.
Yeah, that's got to be pretty. It's got to be a weird feeling, knowing that that's your rain.
Like I said, that's the second most important thing that I've ever done in my life.
What is the agent?
Yeah, so silver iodide. That is what has been used in one form or another for the last 60 years.
He just said, he's admitting all kinds of things now. They're putting silver iodide. And he says, we've been doing this for the last 60 years. But if you ever mention, which I have in public, chemtrails, everybody's like, oh, conspiracy theory. This guy's like talking about like, oh yeah, we've been doing this for the last 60 years. Yeah, we're doing it. We've been doing it. This is what we actually use. Like, and there's probably different companies doing it.
But what if they're doing it because they're trying to help us?
Well, of course. And I'm always, I don't want to bite the hand that feeds me.
It's a tough one because I'm still going back and forth here. I really thought I was on to something about being wrong.
I don't think that's possible.
Am I always right?
But what do I know? I'm not a doctor, Jim.
2 wrongs don't make a right, but 3 lefts do.
Are triangles real?
Why don't you ask Zelda?
Well, have you ever seen a triangle out in the nature?
Oh, out in the wild. Yeah, that's true. Only in captivity.
Anyways, I don't know. I'm battling with this.
I've seen mountains, and well, pyramids are man-made mountains, but so there's many mountains that are. Ask Bob Ross. We talked about him last time.
I think I'm stuck with this quandary. I think I need people in the comments to save me. Because it is tough. Because if they're here, because all these things are out there, like even what you just showed, they're posited as means to help where we're lacking. If you don't have no rain, aren't you glad they send the rain?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. I don't mind the snow as long as the snow isn't going to be some weird, like, white substance.
What if it's there to protect you and you don't know what that's for? The unknownness is what we're afraid of, but maybe it's there to protect you from something you don't know. Like you showed that animal coming out of the piñata.
So we're in the wrong. The kids are in the wrong for hitting the piñata when really we should just leave it alone.
Should have just left it alone.
Yeah.
But then you've woken up the giant.
Mm-hmm.
And now they had to give you something called Oswell so that they can use a means so they could protect you from the thing that people were playing with.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a tough one. I'm going to have to battle this throughout this week. What do you think, Elder? You think I've been wrong about everything?
I think you've been wrong about being wrong.
Can you expand on that?
No.
Okay. That's good.
Well, allow me then.
Mm-hmm.
My father always used to tell me that he was wrong one time. Now, he said it was about 50 years ago. And he was like, and you guys want to know what that was? Of course, we did. So he would tell us, the one time I was wrong was when I thought I was wrong. And I was actually right. And I felt that. Like, it hit me to the core. I was like, wow. Now, here's a man that we can look up to. Not we as the siblings, my other 8 siblings, but we as a society, a culture.
Where's he at now?
He's been lifted up.
Is he hanging out with the toothless Bengals?
We saw him raise into the clouds with angels carrying his shoulders.
That seems fake. Maybe you've been lied to.
I always check my facts.
We used to look up to my dad, but he was 6'2".
But that also means he looked down on you, though. And for that, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But isn't that what the government is?
Sorry, probably.
Yeah, I guess. I was going to say your father.
Yeah, the government has us in their arm, and they're protecting us, and they're telling us everything's going to be okay.
So what do you think we should do? You think we should continue with this idea that the government is suppressing the real truth and they're really trying to get us sucked into the matrix Do you think that's really the truth? What we've been saying all along? Or do you think what I've been talking about is actually the truth and I've had it all backwards?
I think it's a both and. I think they are lying to us about stuff to protect us, to save us, not for our good, but for their own good. Because they need us in some way right now, but soon they won't. Maybe AI's fake. Maybe all that's fake. Maybe the moon landing was fake, but they had to pretend that it wasn't. They had to deceive all of us so Russia wouldn't come and invade us or do whatever they were planning on doing. So they had to not only dupe the rest of the world, but they had to dupe us as well.
So you don't think that it's fake because they're trying to help us? It's fake because they want to control us, like we've been saying, so that they can achieve their objective, whatever that is.
Of course, there's always strings attached. If you are getting a free handout from your CEO of your company that you're working for, there's a reason. They expect more from you. If they promote you to a management position, ultimately it's for their own good, but it benefits you too. So the best thing to do is ride the whale.
So it's not because they love us.
No, God, no.
That's what I was thinking. You know, like a good father who loves their child. They're going to do things and the child doesn't understand it, but it's because the father loves the child and is looking for the best interest for the child. And sometimes suppression is because the child can't comprehend or understand the magnitude. So you have to suppress things or put out things in certain ways, but it's really for the genuine good of the child. And that's what a good father would do. But you don't think that's what the government's doing?
I think the government is more like an alcoholic, abusive father that will sometimes give you presents to try to make up for being bad.
So it's really just a psychopath.
Well, you don't have to be a psychopath to be drunk.
No, I'm saying if you can premeditate all of this and curate this whole entire government and put out this mass agenda and then say, I am your father. I think that's pretty psychopathic.
Work for Darth Vader.
That's highly premeditated. True. So it's one of the two.
Yeah, but it cost Darth Vader his life in the end. I mean, am I right or am I right?
Can we save the government?
If they come clean and they tell us that they are our father.
I think they have.
On Earth.
Didn't you see that TikTok with Trump? He played that song, Daddy's Home, Daddy's Home.
But, another thing I wanted to cover as far as like governmental cover-ups, and this may be an ancient thing even, done by ancient governments, that's just carried into our present era. But have you guys heard of petrified human statues?
I've heard about petrified wood.
People are starting to believe that some statues may actually be real human beings who were turned into stones.
Oh my days. Oh my diddy. These are not statues. Brother, these are petrified people. Oh, you son of a bitch. So let me see if I got this straight.
Now that does look kind of interesting. You can clearly see a bone right here. There's flesh and then there's skin. But this would be a really old statue. I guess I don't know if this is like an ancient Greece statue that they uncovered. Maybe not. But maybe this is a modern one that they got turned into a stone somehow. Maybe the CIA, the guy talked about waterboarding isn't as bad as some other punishments that they thought of in their frat parties. Maybe some other things that they thought about while they're intoxicated was, I wonder if we can turn people into rocks, like get Medusa on it. Because that looks pretty interesting. Like if you break a statue and it looks like it's got bone marrow and flesh and then skin, there's 3 layers.
You're trying to tell me a man 600 years ago used a hammer and chisel for 2 weeks and he chiseled a skeleton? Come on, brother. That don't make sense. So the arm fell off and for some reason there's a skeleton type. I don't even know what that's meant to be.
No, I'm convinced that someone is actually trapped in there. Straight up, that's a real person. I'm sorry. It is.
Now, if it was a real person, their eyes wouldn't be preserved like that. Just throwing that out there. Their eyes would have shriveled up. Like if you've seen a dead corpse, even on an animal roadkill, the eyes, they don't really preserve like that. They don't stay spherical.
Maybe it's embalmed.
Yeah, I mean, that's possible. But eyes, if you embalm the eyes, it's not going to be clear, crystal clear like that. You're going to see the fluid right through it. And maybe the Egyptians had some kind of advanced technology from the aliens.
The Anunnakos.
Yeah. And there's a lot of these statues too. We don't need to go through all of them, but there's a lot of statues that look interesting. You can just type in on Google, petrified human statues. And there's actually pictures on Google of real humans who got turned into stone because of something happened, some catastrophe happened. A volcano erupts and it cooks them to a crisp, and then they just get petrified, or something happens. Somehow their body gets preserved and it becomes some kind of rock figure. So it's not like it's impossible. Nothing is impossible.
No, not after what we've seen today.
What do you mean?
After what we've seen today with all the videos, nothing is impossible.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. For man, these kinds of things are impossible. But for the government, nothing is impossible.
No.
And I think there's just a lot of doubt going on out there. And this is another thing. This is pretty recent, I think. This is a human's face painted black. But this is not their actual body, of course. So he's just laying underneath the table or something with his head propped up on the table to make it look like this is his body. And these people are eating this flesh. And what's really interesting, if you notice, this is clearly as African as it gets. This almost looks like a mockery, like what Disney World used to do with blackface. This looks like a cartoon mockery of African Americans. And they're eating this African-American woman, pregnant woman, it seems like. And this is the kind of stuff that it looks like the elites are into.
To understand, these people are playing in our faces. That is something that happens in real life, in their everyday life. They use that as entertainment. 100%, I do believe that they be eating people. They laugh while the person is screaming in pain, held down by whatever. Like, come on. You can say, oh, it's art. This satanic. I wanted y'all to see that the same way I had to see it.
So that was a cake.
Yeah, it's a cake. Maybe I didn't make that clear. This was not a statue, but it's interesting, though. Like, it's in that same line of thought.
I don't know. Maybe you're right, colleague. Maybe I wasn't wrong. Maybe the elites really are as malicious, psychotic, devious, premeditatively trying to control us because they don't have good intentions.
Yeah. What's that song from, was it True Direction or whatever, the boy band? They said something about intentions.
Gotcha now.
No, maybe it was the Watermelon Sugar Kids. I don't know. Who knows what the kids are listening to these days? The bottom line is the government is having their cake and eating it, and it's wrong.
And it's people.
Like, you can't break a paradox without consequences.
If they are eating people, then yeah, we need to continue doing our service and reminding people they are eating the cats. They are eating the dogs.
They're eating the babies.
Yeah, they're eating the babies.
That's a whole nother thing everybody's been talking about.
But man, watching all these videos that I saw this week just reminded me, this is humanity out there. So it is persuading. I mean, can't you see what I'm saying? When you look at humanity raw, it looks like they need some guidance. But maybe they need guidance from the Matrix Network. Maybe that's actually what they need and not the government.
We're here to save the world.
It might be it. Maybe I need to reallocate.
Maybe some people need guidance. Maybe other people don't.
Nice and silky smooth.
Do they look like people that need guidance? Or what about these people?
I just want to show how we live. Are you actually going to find a job?
Not right now.
Yeah, I think they need some guidance.
Or CPS.
Well, that's a lot to think. I'm glad you guys have posited some contrary thoughts. I'm going to have to rethink. I really thought I was onto something, but maybe there is a reason to continue pressing through and telling people the truth about the Matrix.
Yeah, like I was over there trying to off camera. I was trying to scratch myself, and I couldn't even do that in privacy. It was like the camera just had to look towards me, and I know this is all the Epstein stuff. They wanted people to see that, and I was like, well,
the joke's on them because there's editing.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, too bad for them. Because here at the Matrix Network, we're going to press on.
Because this is the Matrix.
Because we don't want you to get sucked into the delusion. It almost got me.
There's no sucking here.
That's right. We're the only ones doing the sucking.
That's right.
And we do it for you.
We do that for you.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to process this week, but I appreciate all the thoughts and contemplations because I was really struggling with those thoughts. But you guys tell us in the comments, what do you think?